I talk a lot about diaphragm positioning and how important that is when it comes to movement. Our bodies are like a building. They need a strong base in order to be able to generate force. And so our diaphragm being right in the middle of the body, it is responsible for driving a lot of that force and supporting a lot of that force. So in previous videos, I've talked about how the diaphragm is not equal side to side due to the fact that humans are not symmetrical. We've got a heart on one side that flattens out that left side of the diaphragm. We've got a liver on the other side that helps dome up the right side, and that causes some inequalities from side to side. So breathing is a really great way to try and re-educate the diaphragm to actually be able to work from side to side, left, right, left, right. So here's an exercise to just work on training the diaphragm to give yourself a stable base to then be able to have all your joints work around that diaphragm. So we're going to start lying down. Knees are going to be bent. Again, we talked about how that left side of the diaphragm tends to open up and push us over to the right side. So the goal of this exercise is to help teach the diaphragm to close back down and to get us a little bit more well aligned between left and right. So first order business is when we use our diaphragm, we're actually breathing throughout our entire ribs. Our ribs are circumferential. They go to the side and they come out our back as well too. So therefore, all of this should be moving when we take a deep breath, not just right in our chest. So you're gonna take a big breath in through the nose, and you'll see my chest is expanding, or I should say my rib cage is expanding out to my side, not just rib cage, chest coming up. So we're taking a big breath in through the nose, expanding here, and then in a second I'm going to use this balloon and I'm going to breathe out into the balloon, emptying all the air I have out of my lungs. As I do that, I'm going to focus on using my abdominal muscles to pull the left side of my ribs down. Another way to think about it is you're going to try and push your low back down into the floor as you pull that rib cage down. So we're trying to avoid rib cage coming up here. We're trying to work on pulling it down. So it's going to look like this. Big breath in through the nose using rib cage. And then we let that guy out. Give it a try.